Hey guys, it's Tim from the Board Game Rundown, and I wanted to talk to you today about Disney Sorcerer's Arena. This is Epic Alliances at the Ready expansion. This one's super cool. I know I say that all the time because they're all super cool, but this one, seriously, you got freaking Robin Hood, man. Robin Hood. You also have Mulan, who is awesome. She's great. And then I was skeptical at first. I'm not gonna lie, but Mrs. Potts and Mrs. Potts from Beauty and the Beast, and you got Chip there too. But yes, Mrs. Potts. And I'm just going to start with her first. She is a crazy good support character. I mean, there's deck manipulation. There's all kinds of really great stuff in there. Let me see real quick. Set the table is her skill. Draw a card, then put a card from your hand on the top or bottom of your deck. She has a constant ability, Tale as Old as Time. Whenever you draw a card on your turn, you may reveal it if it's a Mrs. Potts card. If you do, move the active character one space. So even on when it's not her turn, she's giving characters mobility and getting to do all kinds of extra things. Really, really interesting and just an awesome support character. I was very impressed with how they made a character like Mrs. Potts actually exciting to play. But Mulan, she deals damage to adjacent rivals and if basically like they're surrounded, people are surrounded, because if that rival is also adjacent to at least two of Mulan's non-token allies. So she's all about surrounding and dealing extra damage. And then Robin Hood, you can discard a card. It's a special card with the icon. I'm not going to get it right, so I'm not going to say it. But you're going to give Robin Hood standard attack a range of 2. Also, these characters will have constant abilities. So Robin Hood's Master of Disguise. Whenever you gain exactly 1 crown, if Robin Hood does not have stealthy, gain stealthy. Mulan doesn't have a thing. Excuse me. But Mrs. Potts, yeah, I already told you that one. So anyways, it's more really good Sorcerer's Arena stuff, man. They each character comes with their own deck, interesting characters. If you have everything for it right now, the number of teams and combinations that you can put together are freaking ridiculous. There's so many super cool things you can do. I don't want to get into like all of the minutia of everything, but again, the card art is amazing. It's great. It all feels like right out of their movies. It's not all like directly necessarily ripped right from the movies, but the characters again still on theme, on point. And this is one of those games that like consistently manages to keep putting out characters that make sense and characters that are useful and unique and continue to add things to the game without increasing necessarily the complexity of the game. And that is just something I really appreciate about this is once you know how to play Sorcerer's Arena, you can basically just start grabbing any character you want and putting them together into a team. You can, sometimes I just go random. Sometimes if I'm trying to be a little more competitive, I might build a team specifically because I think this ability is going to complement this ability. But I've really, so far, everything I've seen still works. Even if those characters don't like specifically seem like this feeds into that, I still feel like you are going to have a very playable team no matter what. And you're going to find interesting things to do because it's not like there's only support characters and you could end up with a bunch of support characters and you can't really do much on offense. There are definitely some characters that are just all offense. And if you end up with a bunch of them, you're still probably going to do pretty well because those dudes are tanks and can really wreck stuff. So there's so much strategy. The barrier to entry is very low. The way that they break down the learning of the game in the chapters, right? And you can jump right to the end. If you're playing with experienced people or if you're playing with younger people or just newer people, you can ease them into it a little bit. The games play fast. And again, yet another expansion, which continues to just blow my mind with crazy combinations, crazy possibilities. And again, how do you make Mrs. Potts interesting? Well, this is how. She's so useful and it's nuts. I love it. I'm very excited about it. I've yet to hit an expansion or a character where I'm like, I don't care. Because even the characters that I've been like, I don't know, I don't really care, or I don't really know who that character is, and then I play that character, I'm like, that character is pretty good. So and then the characters that I am familiar with and am excited to play, it's like, oh, these characters are pretty good, and the I understand the theme and the mechanics and everything. So I really doubt the handful of characters that I wasn't super familiar with aren't on theme. I feel like they're all on theme, but yeah, it's really good, really fun. If you're already in for Sorcerer's Arena, you're definitely going to want this. I'll just tell you that right now. If you like Sorcerer's Arena, you're going to want this. If you're kind of like dabbling and you're curious, for me, these look at the expansion boxes, look at the characters that are available, and you can pick and choose the ones based on the characters you like. I think you'll do pretty good doing it that way. But people from my generation, Robin Hood, man, that hits a sweet spot, and was really excited. I thought he was going to be my favorite character coming out of this box, and it might be Mrs. Potts because she does some pretty cool stuff. But I also kind of just want to put Robin Hood in every team build I have now just for my love of that character. And he's good anyways. But don't sleep on Mulan because she's really tough, and she's gonna if you ignore her, you're gonna pay for it. So that's it. That's what I got for this. Strong recommend. If you guys like the Sorcerer's Arena, I mean, you know what you're in for. You're just in for more good characters. It's going to add more value to your gameplay, more replayability, and all those things. This is not a paid promotion, by the way. They gave me this because I asked them for it, and but I do these because I'm passionate about it, and I really enjoy the game, and I think it's great. So yes, strong recommend for At the Ready. Another great expansion for this game. If you found this video helpful, please consider liking, subscribing, give us a thumbs up. Also, leave a comment. What's your favorite Disney character? Doesn't have to be from Sorcerer's Arena. Which one do you want to see? Or which one are you so excited that they actually threw in there? Because there's tons of options. Tons of options. So yeah, let us know. Thank you for watching. For the Board Game Rundown, I've been Tim.